So hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna cover ARMA and ARIMA models. I'm including them both in a single video because there's a very slight difference between them, and it's very easy to understand them when you study them parallelly. So ARMA model is nothing; it's simply a combination of auto-regression and moving average models. I've explained auto-regression and moving average in my previous videos. I would recommend you watch that, but I'll still give you a gist of that. So auto-regression is simply a model which uses past values to make a prediction in time series. So a typical equation would look like this: y of sub t, where y is any value for which we are creating a time series, and y is the value of something at particular time step t. So it is expressed as beta naught, a constant, plus beta 1 into y sub t minus 1 plus some error, right? So you can see this is the simple, so this is similar to an equation of a line y is equal to mx plus c. The only difference being that instead of the input being the x coordinate, we're using the input as the previous values of the quantity. So, and moving average is a model which uses the past errors to make a future prediction. So the value of a variable y at time step t is going to be beta naught, a constant, plus theta 1 into error in the previous time step, which is t minus 1, plus some error which you're going to make in the current prediction, right? So very simple, both of these models, they use the one uses the past value, one uses the past error, and since we're only using the values and errors from just the previous time step, these are called the auto regression of order 1 and moving average of order 1 respectively, which is denoted by the one written over here in the bracket. So ARMA model is simply a combination of both of these. So the equation for it would look like y sub t is equal to beta naught plus theta 1 into error made in the previous time step and error plus beta 1 into the past value plus some error which you're going to make in the current time step. And it is represented as simply ARMA 1 comma 1, right? So 1 represents, so 1 comma 1 basically represents that we are using auto regression of first order and moving average of first order. So it can be of different orders as well. You can use a different order of auto regression or a different order of moving average, which would look like this. It would have the notation ARMA p comma q, right? And question is, how do we find the order, right? How do we know if we should measure the value in the previous time step or 2 time steps back, or should we check the error in 2 to 3 time steps back? For that, we use the ACF and PACF plots, which I have explained in their respective videos, but still it's simply used to measure the correlation between the value today and the value in some previous time steps back. So we have the autocorrelation and partial autocorrelation. Autocorrelation simply measures the direct and indirect effects of previous time lags on the current value, and it is used to find the order of the moving average model. And partial autocorrelation measures only the direct effect of the previous time lags on the current value. It eliminates the indirect effects, and it is used to find the order of the auto regression model, right? So when you have a time series, right, your first step should be to plot the ACF and PACF model. So let's say you get a plot something like this. On the left hand side we have the PACF plot, and on the right hand side we have the ACF plot. On the x axis you have the time periods, right? 1 basically means 1 time period back, 2 means 2 time periods back, and so on. And on the y axis you have the correlation, which is a value between minus 1 to 1 if you're using the Pearson correlation coefficient, right? So you can see that for values 1 and 2 we have high values of correlation, which is 0.6 and something around 0.8, right? Which means the first and second time period lags are relevant. PACF will tell you the order of the auto regression model. So you can see that we have ARMA 2, 3, and here 2 means second order auto regression. And as for the ACF plot, you can see that we're getting significant values for 1, 2, and 3 time periods back, which makes it a third order moving average model, right? The rest of the values for 4 time period back, 5 time period back are very low. They are statistically insignificant and we don't consider that, right? So by analyzing your PACF and ACF plot, you can find the order of the auto regression and the moving average and combine them to get your ARMA model. So in this case we have ARMA model of 2, 3 order, right? So what is ARIMA? ARIMA is almost same as ARMA with one key difference, that in ARIMA model we convert a non-stationary time series to a stationary time series and then proceed with the same thing. So don't get confused. I've explained explained concept of stationary and non-stationary before as well. I'll explain it again, but let's look at the notation. So AR stands for order regression, MA stands for moving average, and A stands for integrated, which basically refers to a differencing operation which we have to do to convert a non-stationary time series to a stationary time series. So if you have not watched the previous videos on stationary time series, let me just give you a quick recap, right? So let's say you have a time series like this. This type of time series is called non-stationary because the mean, the average value of the graph is constantly increasing, right? You can see the value is increasing from a low value to higher values. So a stationary time series basically has a constant mean, a constant variance, and it does not have seasonality. So just focus that this does not have a constant mean, right? So this means it's a non-stationary time series and we cannot use that for a modeling. So first step is using a differencing operation to convert that into stationary, which looks like this, right? Let's say you have a graph like this, the black colored line, which is a time series, and you can see the average is constantly increasing. We have to convert that to a stationary time series by doing a differencing operation which looks like this. We're simply subtracting the values of the time series with the values in the previous time step. Just basically y sub t minus y sub t minus 1. Right? You can see by doing that we eliminate the trend and we have somewhat of a stationary graph, like because we can see the mean is constant over here, right? So depending upon what kind of non-stationary time series you have, you will have to do differencing operation. Since we are only subtracting the values in the previous time step, this is called as first order differencing. You might have to do second order differencing, third order differencing to get a stationary graph. I've made an in-depth video on my stationarity video, so I would recommend you watch that if you want to understand this in depth. So basically you have the notation as P, D, Q for ARIMA model. So it's same as ARMA. P and Q stand for the order of AR model and the order of MA model respectively, while as D stands for the order of differencing that you had to do to convert the non-stationary graph into a stationary time series. So that was it for this video, guys. This was just to clear the foundations of ARMA and ARIMA models for time series forecasting. In future videos I'll show you how to implement that in Python. So if you did like this video, do like this video and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, thank you for watching.